everyone, welcome back to another Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video where today we are showcasing 5 new screenshots about Camp Cretaceous Season 3 that confirm Dr. Wu's approach on the island, and also Bumpy will appear in Season 3. So yes guys, before I get into the video, I just want to remind you guys to press that subscribe button if you haven't yet done so. Turn that red button to grey, but if you have already done so, let's get into the video. So the first screenshot and image I want to talk about with you guys today is the paragliding image. As you can see, we have Brooklyn and Yasmina paragliding through the air. Now I don't know about you guys, but this animation seems a tad bit unpolished. Now I don't entirely know why, so it is interesting to see if this episode is actually, finalized and polished or not. However, if you want to take a look at their expression on their face, they're with enjoyment and happy. So clearly they know that they're using the paragliders and they're having fun on the paragliders. But one thing I do find very interesting is that in other scenes we can see that they are terrified and scared because they are trying to get away from a pack of dimorphodons that are chasing them down. So I thought the only time they'd ever use the paragliders would be when the dimorphodons is chasing them down. However, we can now see that is not the purpose, and it seems like they've been using the paragliders beforehand as well, and Yasmina and Brooklyn are just so happy to be around in the air, flying around, a dinosaur infested island and just having some fun, let's say. So it's nice to see that those two are getting on now, since we saw better connection with those two towards the midway and the end point of season 2 as well. So I'm happy that we can see our campers finally having some entertainment wise. Now the next image I want to talk about right here are the campers on the little raft they made. This is clearly before we have the tsunami approach and attack the campers at the start of the season 3 trailer. As you can see, all of them are filled with dirt. Let's be honest, they've been there for a while, so it makes sense for them to be filled with dirt. But we can see the campers of Ben, Darius, Brooklyn, Yasmina, Kenji and also Sammy. And what seems to be all of their hair has grown out quite a lot. As you can see, Kenji has started to grow some stubble and some chin strap beard, as well as like a goatee, let's say. Sammy's hair has become a bit more bushy, a little bit bigger. Yasmina's hair seems to be longer, going over her eyes a lot more. Brooklyn's hair, you can definitely tell that it's not pink. Pink is not a natural hair colour. So you can see that it is starting to have the roots come through, the brown roots, so she's a brunette. And then Darius's afro tends to be getting a bit more bushier. And I don't know about Ben because he's got a bandana on, but I assume Ben's hair has probably grown as well. So it's really good attention to detail right here. Again, they're all happy and showing a little bit of, I don't know, like missing something. And I believe they're just going to miss Jurassic World. Although they've been attacked plenty of times on Jurassic World, I'm pretty sure if they were to leave the island, they'd be a little bit devastated, but happy they're finally alive and they managed to get off the island alive as well. But these kids don't know what's yet to come in 2 minutes time. Probably a tsunami that hits their raft. So yes, but it seems like they're happy and they've built a nice little raft for themselves. I don't know their thought process behind this. Will they be able to get off the island, and did they even think they're by the Pacific Ocean? If they don't go to the mainland, they're stuck in the biggest ocean in the world. So, I'd like to see their thought process behind that. But all of them are looking so happy to finally get off the island, which is really, really cool. Now the next image I want to talk about right here is the image of what seems to be Yasmina and Darius, and what on earth is Darius holding? So this might confirm what Yasmina was holding in the trailer as well, but seems to be some sort of ACU pad and I believe like some sort of iPad. I'm not entirely sure what it could be, but I do believe it's a tablet of some sort. Now who it belongs to is the question. We don't know, but they do seem terrified. Now Darius is holding the tablet in a way where he's trying to protect the tablet. I'm pretty sure if a dinosaur was the beast staring them down or about to attack them, I don't think he'd be holding the tablet in that way. So with his body language, it's shown that he's trying to protect this tablet at all costs and all needs. So clearly it's an important device. Maybe it's their last ditch effort to contact someone to get onto the island, and potentially somebody else could be on the island, as we'll get into later in the video, and they're trying to nab this tablet off them to say that, look, the kids are dead, they're not here anymore, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So maybe he's trying to just protect this tablet away from people who are trying to nab it off him. So that is an interesting theory to think about right there. But then again, I could see this being a scene where, let's say, the Scorpius Rex E750 is loose right now and in the forest, and they just see the E750 dinosaur run across the screen, and it's like a silhouette that just runs across the screen, and they get scared, and that's the type of face they do. It's not like they're face to face with the creature, but they saw the creature run past them. Now, loads of scenes this could be. It could be something to do with other people on the island, or it could be something to do with the Scorpius Rex in general. But if you look at this image, they are clearly in the standard Camp Cretaceous styled forest. You can definitely see as reused assets, but that's completely fine. But it's still very impressive to, you know, read the emotion and the expression on their face. And obviously they are dirty again. So whether this takes place, you know, before or after the tsunami is the question. You know, loads of people did say now that they've cleaned up and stuff like that, that those scenes actually take place after the tsunami, and the tsunami actually is at the start of season 3. I originally thought that as well, but with the campers' clothes being really dirty really quickly, it's either a lot of time has passed yet again since the start of season 3 like it did with season 2, or actually the tsunami is them trying to get off the island in season 3, but then they get pushed back onto the island to set up another season 4. Maybe that's the ideology behind it. We don't entirely know, and it is interesting to see how they're going to go around it. So we can't solidly say for confirmation that the start of season 3 will be the tsunami approaching the island. It could still be, we don't know, but it could also be the end. Now we can see the clothes are dirty. Now this is where we get onto the very interesting part right here. As you can see, Bumpy is around, guys. Yes, Bumpy will appear in season 3. It seems like Ben is going very feral right here, and I believe this does explain where Bumpy will be in the rest of Camp Cretaceous season 3. So as you can see in this image, we have Ben on top of Bumpy following or being followed by a herd of ankylosaurs by the looks of it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ankies by the looks of it from my point of view. That's not including Bumpy. Then we have 6 Ankies, or 7 actually. I've just seen another one. There's loads of Ankies. So it seems like she's actually becoming a herd of the Ankies now. And that's what I was thinking would happen. Since we know the campers want to escape the island, bring in a huge heavy animal of the ankylosaur Bumpy onto a raft just isn't practical, isn't logical at all. So the only logical thing, unless Bumpy does die off, is to leave Bumpy back with where she belongs, with the herd of her own species. And that's what I believed would happen, and as you can see, she does that. She seems to be appearing with loads of Ankies now, and with Ben having some fun. I won't be surprised that in season 3 we will see a scene that's very emotional of Ben saying goodbye to Bumpy, and maybe they reunite, we don't know. But yes, we can softly confirm that Bumpy will be in season 3, as we can see from this image. Now, arguably, the next image is the most important image of them all. This one literally sets up the whole of Camp Cretaceous season 3, in my opinion, and honestly, I'm baffled. I really am baffled, and I'm very impressed with what is looking right here. So we see the attack of E750 on Dr. Wu. We know Dr. Wu has made video files. Now I did put the question, and so did many others, is Dr. Wu still on the island? That's the question. But in Jurassic World we can see he was actually taken off island, in fact. So now with this image right here, as you can see, we have our campers, notably without Ben for some reason. I don't know where Ben is, and I don't know why. Maybe he's with the Yankees still. But as you can see, we have a helicopter facing the campers, and what seems to be Dr. Henry Wu and some sort of mercenary in the cockpit. Now, as I do zoom in, I can safely confirm that this is actually Dr. Wu right here, and that is very interesting. Why did Dr. Wu return back to the island? Does he actually want the E750 dinosaur? Is he working for Manticorp? As I did theorize that Dr. Wu did create the E750 dinosaur and probably would have let Manticorp know that it's been created, but then obviously the fall of Jurassic World, maybe Manticorp tries to get onto Jurassic World to wrangle the E750 dinosaur. Now that theory has kind of come true, let's say, with Dr. Wu now approaching the island. What reason does he have to be on the island besides trying to wrangle the E750 dinosaur and bring it back to probably the mainland? So again, this is a really cool image, let's say. You know, we have Dr. Wu, we have another mercenary in a helicopter, a way to get off the island, and they are facing the kids. They know the kids are alive. So imagine the visible shock and expression that Dr. Wu will have seeing that kids are left on Jurassic World and they've survived for about 8 to 12 weeks. This is like an incredible scene if you ask me. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, because this is a huge plot detail in the whole of season 3. Dr. Wu returns to Isla Nublar. As far as we know, in Fallen Kingdom, we never knew he ever went back to Isla Nublar. We just thought he got saved and he got taken off, and then he went into Fallen Kingdom. So I am very interested to see how the screenwriters do play around with this. But anyways, those are the 5 images we have on display for today's video, shall we say. And hopefully we'll have a few more just before season 3 does release. You can find these images on the official DreamWorks connection page, so I'll send a link down in the description down below for you guys to go check it out. But in the meantime, let me know what you think of these images of Camp Cretaceous Season 3, and also if you do enjoy them, make sure to press that like button and subscribe if you are new. But in the meantime, like, comment and subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.